Good morning, grades 7 and 8. We're going to have a look today in math at calculating probability. So I'm going to go through a few examples with you, and then you've got some practice questions to work on today. Make sure you stay connected to your meeting with your math teacher so that you can get help or hear answers to questions as we go. So, first question here. Colin and Caitlin are buying tickets for the pizza lottery. The tickets are numbered from 1 to 100. Colin buys all the tickets that are multiples of 10. Caitlin buys all the tickets that are factors of 32. So theoretical probability is calculated using the ratio number of favorable outcomes for an event divided by the number of total possible outcomes. This is a really important formula for calculating theoretical probability. You need to memorize that formula. You'll be asked for that formula on your mid-chapter quiz. So what is the probability that Colin will win? Well, so Colin's favorable outcomes are all of the multiples of 10. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So there's 10 of those. So when we show probabilities, we always use a capital P to show a probability calculation, and then in brackets we put the event that is happening. So we're going to put the probability of a multiple of 10 and then we're going to put equals, and in this case that will be 10 favorable outcomes divided by the total possible outcomes. There's 100 total possible outcomes. So 10 out of 100, let's put that, we always want to put our fractions in lowest terms. That's the same as 1 out of 10. We can also show probabilities as decimals. So that's going to be 0.1. Or we can show probabilities as percents, which is going to be a 10% chance. So for Caitlin winning, Caitlin is going to win if the ticket that's drawn is a factor of 32. So we've got to find the factors of 32. Well, we did this back at the very beginning of the school year. So that'd be 1 and 32. 2 times 16 equals 32. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is, no, 3 times 11 would be 33. So we can't get, 3 is not a factor, but 4 times 8 is 32. 5 doesn't work, and 6 doesn't work, and 7 doesn't work. So there's 6 factors of 32. So the probability of a factor of 32 equals 6 out of 100. So that in the lowest terms, that's equivalent to 3 out of 50. All right. So that's the lowest terms for a fraction. In terms of a decimal, I'll use my calculator here. 6 divided by 100. It'll be 0.06 as a decimal, and that is equal to 6%. Okay, so that's theoretical probability. Let's look at the next one. Number 4, express each probability in different ways. So the probability of getting yellow, we could show that as 1 over 4. So P of yellow. You got to get used to using that capital P and putting the event in brackets. P of yellow is going to be 1 over 4. P of green is also 1 over 4, but we need to show it a different way. So P of green, we know that 1 over 4 is 1/4, so we could show that as 0.25 or 25%. Here's another one, C. P of getting 1 heads and 1 tails. Well, that, if flipping two coins like this, we could get heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, or tails, tails. We're getting one head and one tail. That would be either getting a head, tail, or a tail, head. That's half of the 4 possible outcomes. So P of 1H and 1T equals, it's going to be 2 out of the 4 possible outcomes. Heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, tails, tails. 2 of them have one head and one tail. So 2 out of 4, that's the same as 1/2. We could show this as a percentage. That'd be 50%. That's 1/2. Okay, and then D here, the probability of pulling a queen of spades in a deck of cards. Well, there's 52 cards in a deck, so that's going to be 1 out of 52. So we can show that as a fraction, 1 over 52. So again, probabilities, always use a capital P to show your calculations. Put the event that you're looking for in brackets, and then it's the number of favorable outcomes for that event divided by the total possible outcomes, and that can be shown as a fraction, decimal, or percent. Alright, so you've got some practice questions to work on there today. Make sure you stay connected to your Google Meet to get help or hear answers to other people's questions that get asked. And make sure you submit this for tomorrow morning. Okay, good luck, guys.